Pick a card tarot card reading. Today we're looking at the person on your mind who you are in no contact with. So we've got pick a card reading number 1, number 2, number 3. For number 1 we have the Light Seers Tarot deck. For pick a card reading number 2 we have the Mystic Moments Tarot deck. And pick a card reading number 3 we have the Ink and Intuition Tarot deck. So all the timestamps are down below. Private readings are always available, but let's get on with today's readings. Welcome to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. Your pick a card tarot card reading. Today we're looking at no contact, the person on your mind. I'm going to start by pulling some charms, zodiac signs, letters and charms to give you little signs and symbols that there's a message here for you today. These are just little guides from your angel guides before we get into the reading, for your angel guides to go yes or no, and all of the things. So what do you need to know about your no contact situation? Within a circle of protection, what does the universe want you to know today? If you're not interested in the charms, just skip forwards. We have Virgo, and then we have another Virgo. So these can be sun, moon or rising of you or your person. We have Sagittarius, Pisces and Aquarius as well. So let's pull some letters. We have J, O, B, R, C, P, H, B, H and an A. We have a cactus. With these charms, they may have a personal meaning to you, where you look at them and go, yeah, no, that's definitely a sign from my angel guides. We have a toothbrush with toothpaste on. Maybe you're cleaning your teeth at the moment. We have a little dinosaur. I can't remember what that one's called. If you know the name of that dinosaur, put it in the comments. We have a cowboy hat for dressing up. We have a watch, or it could be a Fitbit or a smartwatch. And then we have a little smiley face as well. So I'm going to do a connection spread between you both, and I'll tell you everything I'm picking up and everything I'm feeling. What you need to know about your no contact situation, the person on your mind, the person that you're thinking about. While I'm shuffling the cards, just really open up your intuition. Let your guides know that you really want a message here today. They've left it here for you for a reason. They've guided you here for a reason. Gonna split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly, for angels, offering us a circle of protection, so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Down this side is you. Down this side is them. And then down the middle is the connecting energy. So it may be no contact at the moment, but there is going to be a point where they come back in again. And what I want you to do is be really careful when they come back in again, because of the past that's here. We're looking at the recent past, present and moving forwards. So in the recent past, you've had the Ten of Swords. Now, this is my favourite Ten of Swords cards out of all the tarot decks that I have, because you've got the letting go. There's this feeling of it just hurts so much. What they've done, the no contact, whatever's been going on in this connection, got to the point where it hurts so much. As much as the ending or the no contact here is painful, there's also this sense of relief, this sense of, okay, so if I'm never going to hear from them again, I can move forwards. I can allow myself to move forwards. But you are going to hear from them again, and you know that you are. In the recent past, in the middle of you both, is the Three of Swords reversed, which is the never-ending pain that they put you through. And then they have the Eight of Pentacles in the recent past, which is almost like them saying, my career is important, I'm putting all of my work into myself, and don't you want me to earn money, and don't you want me to do this, and don't you want me to do that? And it feels like towards the, I'm going to keep calling it the end of the connection. There's still a connection here and they are coming back, but I'm going to look at the long term with a Celtic cross in a minute. But at the peak pain of this connection, they were making all the excuses in the world to not communicate with you. They're like, I'm busy with work, I'm busy with this, I'm busy with that, I don't have time. And it's gone from, they did have time, they made time, they wanted to hear from you, they wanted to speak to you, they wanted to, and then it's like, my to-do list is too long, sorry. And it really feels like when they were focused on you, they really put the work in and they really wanted something and they really were really going above and beyond. And that's why it hurts so much. And that's why, because they didn't have to do that. And it's not like you were saying to them, well, I don't want you to work. Well, I don't want you to have another life. I don't want you to do that. You were saying, I just want the bare minimum, and you weren't even getting it. So at the moment, you've got the Page of Pentacles, which is nice to see. And that's this feeling of sometimes people come in and they're a blessing, sometimes they're a lesson, and it's what lessons do I need to learn at the moment? This is a new beginning for you, the potential of a new beginning. I quite often see the Page of Pentacles as like going off to university, going off to college, going off to a new job, going into a side hustle that can lead somewhere, starting to build the life that you want and learning who you are again, bringing your confidence back again, and feeling excited about life, feeling like, okay, the path that's in front of me, I can learn the things I need to learn, I can go the places I want to go. And there's this real sense of relief from this Ten of Swords. It's like, okay, I don't have this person making me feel like I'm not worth it, when you are worth it. They've got the King of Wands reversed at the moment, which is self-made problems. All the problems that were ever in your connection was down to them because of their missed signals, because of their behaviour, their hot and cold, in and out, and it's self-made problems. And sometimes the King of Wands reversed is a feeling of someone's got a bit of a temper. In the middle of you both is the Moon reversed, which are the big feelings that are still here. I think if they gave you an opportunity to have a very honest conversation like today, you would be able to say, you hurt me so much. But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because this person has the kind of attitude of, well, what did you want me to do? If I prioritized you, then it's like, no, that's not what it's about, is it? It's about relationships and connections are about two people working together and encouraging one another to be the best version of themselves. It isn't one person putting in 100% and then totally taking it away, which is what this person's done. All you wanted from them was 50%. That's all you wanted. You were more than willing to do the other 50%. But this person's quite twisted in the way that they make you feel like, because you wanted a bare minimum, that was too much to ask. And it's not. We need the bare minimum, at least. We need more than that. Now, with the Moon reversed, there could be secrets and lies. I think there's things about this person that you don't necessarily know. Maybe something about that will come out in the Celtic cross. Before I go any further, if you want to subscribe, follow, I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Put something in the comments. Put cowboy hat in the comments because it's one of the charms that came out. The dinosaurs cowboy hat in the comments. Then I know that you're helping me with engagement and getting me into the algorithm. And private readings are available. So moving forwards, you have the Queen of Cups. You have to look after yourself. When the Queen of Cups is giving all of her love to one person, because this person's had a lot of compassion from you, they've had a lot of love from you, and it feels like this Queen of Cups energy is you getting back to building up for you, because that's where you're at the moment, and it's building up your love and your resources for you again. Now, The problem is with this person is when you are at your strongest and you are feeling your best, this person's energy is connected to you. So then they're like, oh, I'll go recharge myself on that then. It's like a magnet. It's like a negative magnet. This person is an energy drainer, monster in a way. And at that point, they've got the temperance, which is them picking up on you being peak compassion, peak love. It's like you're going to be glowing and you're going to be happy and you're going to be feeling all these things. And this person's going to come back in again and they're going to want something. But it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Don't let them come back and waste your time again, because they could quite easily pull you back to the Ten of Swords again, because in the middle of you both is the devil. And it's this powerlessness, it's this temptation, it's this playing with the devil kind of attitude that they have. I'm going to go with this tarot deck. I'm going to do a Celtic cross because I want to see beyond that point. Because this person's going to come back in charming and love bombing, and you know, it would be very easy for you to go, that feels nice. Okay, maybe they've learnt their lesson. Maybe we can figure it out this time. But with the devil in the middle, it's like, do you really want to give them that power and control to drain away your energy again? So let's do you a Celtic cross for the connection beyond that point. What do you need to know in the long-term future? What messages are here? So the first card is the Three of Swords. They're just going to drag you back to pain again. They're going to drag you back to feeling exhausted, feeling like you're just asking for the bare minimum and you're wrong for asking it. And then all about the question is the Empress. You deserve so much more. The Empress doesn't need to chase anyone and she can stand her ground. She doesn't love people who just use her up. You deserve to be loved. You deserve abundance. You deserve happiness. With this person, you just have an abundance of heartache. Don't allow them to do that again. You have control of your life and your destiny. You can't force this person to be a better person, but you can say, the way that you treated me was terrible and I'm not doing that again. I'm worth more than that. Somebody else will treat me so much better. So around you both in the long term. I don't read reversals in my Celtic cross because it's all about the placement. We've got the Strength card. Stay strong. Quieten that voice within you that is going, yeah, but I like them. Yeah, but this time they may. Because when they're love bombing you, it feels amazing, doesn't it? It feels great. And it's like you have to quieten that voice inside you. You don't need them. You're actually stronger without them messing with your head and all of the things. So the Ten of Wands is the path that you're both on at that point. Don't let them put the burden back on you again, because they will. Because this person is focused on their own life, their own wants, their own needs. They pick you up and drop you. They put you in pain and they don't really ever apologise for it. And they put the burden onto you. They make you really work for it. And the Queen of Cups and the Empress shouldn't be working for that kind of stuff. The love and respect is the bare minimum. And if this person can't do that and understand that, then they're a waster. So I'm feeling quite angry and sassy on your behalf, say the Chariot in the recent past. So this is like looking at the near future, but because we're looking at the long term with the Celtic cross, the Chariot is you taking control of this situation, not letting them back in again. You don't have to let them back in. You don't have to listen to them. You don't have to give in to them. You don't have to get pulled back in and have your batteries drained again. You deserve to have love and compassion for yourself. And the Chariot is you're going on to new things and moving quite quickly with it. Opportunities to come is the Hermit. Yep, disconnecting from this person. There was a point in the past where you thought, even right in this very moment, you may think, this person coming back is going to be the best thing in the world. That's all that I possibly need. But the longer this person stays no contact, the stronger that you become, the happier that you realise that you are. And the more content you are, and you don't have this person eating away at your confidence. So the Hermit is you finally truly disconnecting. And it comes after their communication. I have a feeling you can have communication in the next 3 weeks from them, but then it's going to really put you on the path of really seeing it for what it is. I'm not forgiving them, I'm not letting go of it, and I'm busy doing my own thing. The Hermit is looking into your introspection. Now, when we're in the Hermit, and equally as when we're the Queen of Cups, we become a beacon in the dark for other people, and it attracts people that are looking to charge up off our energy. Don't let them. You need that energy for you. The secret underlying question is the Page of Wands. New beginnings, messages. You are going to get a message from them. The timing on this is a Ten of Pentacles. Don't let them distract you from what is important for you. This person's never going to allow you to have the Ten of Pentacles with them because they're so selfish. They're so single-minded. They really think they don't owe anyone anything. And the Ten of Pentacles is the legacy that you want to leave behind in this world. And it's the path that you're on, and it's what you're building for you. And having somebody who can share that with you, who doesn't want to take it apart brick by brick, who's showing up. You need somebody who's going to be showing up with the bricks to help you build it. Not somebody who's just taken all the bricks away to build their own little house somewhere that they're never going to invite you to because they don't share. So the attainment moving forward is the Two of Swords, making a choice that makes sense from a place of centre balance, taking in all of the information and going to that place of calm. Some of my most sensible decisions I've ever made in my life has just been when I've had that blind clarity that, okay, this is what I need to do, and then doing it and not giving in to fear or hysteria or happiness. It's just, I know what I need to do, and then having the confidence to do it and putting one foot in front of the other. And then we have the Eight of Swords. You're going to put yourself out of reach from this person. If they keep coming in because they're attracted to your Hermit and they're attracted to your glow in the dark, because they are, you're going to have to block them with their Eight of Swords, because they are going to keep popping up, because they have this magnet. They have this pull. They know when you're doing good. They know when they can get stuff. They know when they can be fed. And don't feed their ego. They don't deserve it. You deserve happiness. You deserve true love. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. So what do the oracles want you to know right now? What messages are here for you? You'll naturally be putting... This is a natural disconnect from this person. And if this is your reading, you're nodding along. You know, I'm not telling you anything that deep down you don't know. It's just a clarification. It's just that, okay, no, you're right. I am happier without them. You just have moments of weakness, you know. So psychic abilities, you know they're coming. You know they're coming back. And you know that you don't really want them anymore as well. Your life purpose is just as important as theirs. And your happiness is just as important as theirs. Facing the truth of the situation can set you free. So that's what I have for you. You deserve all the love and happiness in the world. And that starts within you. And that starts by not allowing anyone to come and drain your battery. You need people around you who helps charge your battery up, who says, you're full of love right now. Here's some more love. Here's some more love I can give you. Someone that encourages you on your life purpose, who wants to grow the trees with you, who wants to bring the bricks and the roof tiles and all of the things. Not someone who's taken away and being really selfish with them. I have a feeling that in the next 3 weeks you're going to hear from them. And with that psychic abilities card, you're actually going to know. You're going to be thinking of them, and then boom, the notification drops in. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so Angie take you anyway. Private reading's always available. If you've made it to this point, put salt rock in the comments, then I know that you've listened to the whole reading. And I will see you soon. Welcome to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. No contact, the person on your mind, what you need to know, what messages are here for you. I'm going to start by pulling some charms within a circle of protection so that these can be little signs and symbols from the universe that there's a reading here for you today, that there's a message here. Let's pull some zodiac signs. But we want messages about the person you're in no contact with at the moment. Really open up your intuition. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got? We've got Aries. So this can be sun, moon, or rising of you or this person. We have Gemini, Leo, if it wants to focus, Libra, and then we have Taurus. So we have a cat, a black cat, some yarn. With these little charms, they're little signs and symbols from your angel guides to let you know that there's something here for you. They have deep and personal meanings. We have a butterfly, we have a spanner, there we go, got it to focus in the end, and then we have a microphone as well, speaking your truth. W E M Z W A G. So these are initials, your name, their name. We have another M O I, another G, H, another M, and a V. So their initials, names, nicknames, all of the things. I'm going to do a connection spread between you both, and I'll tell you everything I'm picking up and everything I'm feeling. What you need to know about the person on your mind who you are in no contact with. What do your angel guides want you to know right now? Going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons, most importantly 4 angels, offering us a circle of protection so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Down this side is you, down this side is them, and then down the middle is the connecting energy. I'm going to do a Celtic cross in a minute because I want to have a look at the long term of this connection, because I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. I think whatever's been going on, the both of you have been through a really rough time, and yeah, we can talk through the spreads and I'll tell you everything I'm picking up. So in the recent past, you've had the 6 of Swords, feeling the pull. They've had the Ace of Wands, looking for a bit of a new beginning. And then in the middle of you both is the Moon. The both of you are connected in ways that you just don't understand. With the Moon, the Sun always comes up in the end. And it feels like in the recent past, kind of both of you bracing yourself for whatever discussion that you had. I don't think this person went ghost on you or anything. The 6 of Swords feels like you just feeling like you need to step back, you need to pull your energy away. This person really loves and adores you. They really do. I'm like, they do. They really do. And whatever the reason that you're in no contact at the moment, it's a real shame, you know, because whatever it is that you're going through, it's a shame that you're not figuring it out together, because it almost feels like we've had to put it on the shelf so that we can come back to it. And maybe this is a reading for you of making sure they're still there and they're still thinking about you. They're still there and they're still thinking about you. The Ace of Wands, their feelings for you are never going to change. They're attracted to you, but they also want something with you. But that Moon in the middle of you both is just those feelings of, can we get through this? Can we get from A to B? Is the sun going to come up in the end? And And it's really hard, isn't it? This is a really hard situation. With the Page of Wands that you've got at the moment, you're still loyal to them. You still keep an eye on them. You check their social media. You know that they're checking yours as well. You both are checking each other out all the time. You're both thinking about each other all of the time. They've got the Eight of Cups, which is a little bit of escapism. And then in the middle of you both is the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is really hard for the both of you not to be in no contact. I kind of want to bang your heads together, and I'm like, what are you both doing? If this is your reading, it'll be making sense to you. I want to get you both in a room together and be like, you're meant to be working this out together. You're both meant to be doing this together. You're both meant to be moving forwards together. You're both obsessed with each other. You both want each other. So I don't know what is going on in the wider picture that's making you both be in no contact at the moment. But what are you doing? We only get one life. Stop wasting it. You know, the Eight of Cups, they really fancy you. They want something with you. They daydream about you all the time. You're amazing. You treat them in a way that no one else ever has. You know things about them that no one else knows. They've confided so much in you. So moving forwards, within the deck, we have female and male kings. So we have the King of Cups, and it's the female King of Cups. You love them unconditionally. You're waiting for them to come back to you. They have the Magician at that point, which is kind of similar to the Ace of Wands, but it's manifesting, it's bringing this back into life again. And then we have the Four of Swords reversed in the middle of you both, which makes me want to just hit you in your forehead. You know, it's just like, what are you both doing? Who is going to be the one to reach out first? Who is, if you're both waiting for the other one to do something, who's going to make the move? What's going on? You know, you're meant to be together. You're meant to be figuring out this period of time together. I'm going to do a long-term Celtic cross because I want to see beyond the near future. Can you both figure it out, or are you just moving in different directions? I don't think you're moving in different directions. I'd be really mad if you're moving in different directions. I've got an emotional reaction to this reading. I'm just like, these two people, what are you doing? What are you both doing? And then there's a little thing going, yeah, but what you're both doing is method in the madness. You're doing it for a reason. There's ties that need to be, loose ends need to be tied and everything. So let's have a look at the long-term Celtic cross. Private readings are always available. If you want to subscribe, do that. All of the things. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles is where you're at. So this period of time is going to go on for a bit of time. This is one of my favourite decks because it's so cute. So the Five of Pentacles is in the middle of you both at the moment, and this is looking into the long term. Both of you are meant to be walking in the same direction together. You'll get much further quicker leaning on one another. And then all about the question, the High Priestess. You already know they're coming back to you. They know that you are the one for them. Around you both, we have the Chariot. I don't read reversals in my Celtic cross because it's all about the card placement. Here's the both of you being pulled back together. The Chariot is taking control of the situation. Whoever it is that needs to do whatever needs to be done so that the both of you can be together, get on and do it. Get on and do it. Send them this reading. If this is genuinely your reading and this is genuinely about you and your person, get on and do it. Cats are stubborn. Maybe that's why we've got the two cats in the thing. Cats are stubborn. You can't force them to do anything they don't want to do. But the both of you do want to do. The both of you want to be in each other's orbit. They think you're amazing. You think they're amazing. The path you're on is getting back together. The Temperance. Being in the same orbit. Talking, communicating, planning for the future. But it feels like once the both of you figure it out and once the both of you are back together again, you're going to be inseparable. Like, you're not really going to have to make any plans because you're going to be living and breathing each other. And it's just going to naturally flow. So whatever it is, what is ever the greater good going on at the moment with this no contact, maybe it is for the best. Maybe I'm wrong for saying I want to get you in a room right now and talk it out and get it on with it, because it does feel like there's something on the outside of this connection that needs sorting out before the both of you can freely be together. So in the recent past, we have your Six of Swords. You've not moved on from this. The both of you are moving towards the future together, even though it's no contact at the moment, and even though it's just madness. You both need each other, and you're both obsessed with one another. All the time, all the time. So the Ten of Swords is a completion. It's a letting go of the pain. It feels like this is the opportunity to come. So it's a positive thing. And I know the Ten of Swords isn't always a positive thing, but it's like, I can't hurt anymore. I'm really hurting because I'm not with you. And it's the sense of this period of pain being over, because there are feelings. I was about to say there's feelings of, oh my goodness, are we ever going to get there? But no, there's this deep sense of knowing we will get there. We will be together and we will be very happy. And this no pain, no gain situation. The secret underlying question is the Six of Cups. Are we going to get there in the end? Yes. Are you going to make new memories together? Yes. Are you going to be a happy little family together? Yes. The timing on this is the Two of Cups. Both of you are walking in the same direction. Neither of you have really, truly disconnected from this, but you both know that. You both know that. The attainment is the Seven of Cups. You're going to be opening up lots of options for yourselves as a couple. Dreams, desires, where do we go from here? I do feel that once you both get back in each other's orbit again, and you're both living together and breathing together and communicating together and everything, there's not really any need for any plans or choices. It's just the, my goodness, we could do anything. We have freedom now. So the outcome is the Three of Swords. So we're going to have to clarify that. So is the Three of Swords to do with whatever it is that's having to be tied up at the moment, all the loose ends? Let's go with the Cat Tarot deck, because we've got two cats in the charms. Is there somebody having to have their feelings hurt so that the both of you can be together? But then I'm not really feeling a third party situation. Is it that one of you is living with somebody else and you just need whatever it is? Because I'm not picking up on a third party. Like, there's no one else romantically interested, but there does feel like there's a level of pain for somebody that's not either of you, and neither of you want to hurt that person. Then I'm like, well, is it an adult child that doesn't want their parent to be connected to somebody who isn't their other parent? But then I'm feeling that the other parent is absent. Like, because every time I'm trying to explore the energy into there being another partnership, there isn't, but there's a void. There's this gap, and it feels like for the both of you together, somebody's going to have to get their feelings hurt. And at the moment, you're both being very respectful of whoever that is. And it does feel like an adult child that should be getting on with their own life. And then I'm feeling like the words widow, widower is coming in. If that's not what it is, then that's not what it is. I'm not predicting anything. But it feels like this adult child is like, well, why can't my parents be together? Well, they're not. There's a void. There's no chance of them being together. And the future is the future. And at some point, this adult child is going to have to allow whichever one of you it is for you to be a partnership, so that you can both be happy, and then they'll see their parent happy, and then they'll be happier. And actually makes me want to cry. Whatever is going on here, it just feels like the both of you are trying so hard to keep this situation respectful and kind and loving and caring and nurturing, but you're both going without. You're both sacrificing quite a lot to make that happen at the moment, but you will get there. But whoever it is, whatever the situation is, that person's just going to go through a period of not being happy about it. And sometimes we have to go through things that we're not very happy about because we don't have control of other people's lives. You know, we just don't. We can't control what our parents do. We can't control what our family members do, what our friends do. Yeah, it may impact us negatively, but we can't control it. The Three of Pentacles having to work as part of a team. The Knight of Wands reversed. Don't put it off for too long though. And then the Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning for the both of you. It feels like the both of you together sitting down and having a talk with whoever the person is on the outside of this. Because this person should be on the outside of this. They shouldn't be in the middle, and they shouldn't be having the impact that they're having. I know that you're both trying to be as respectful as possible. There's only so long that you can do that for. And the Knight of Wands reversed feels like at some point the both of you were going to want to live together, and whoever this person is like, no, I don't want you two living together. It's none of their business. If this adult child is still living at home at the moment, there is going to be a point where they move out, and they probably should be hurrying up and doing that. They're going to have their own life. They're going to have their own new beginning so that both of you can have a new beginning. But it feels like before this person is ready to do that, the both of you are going to be together, because there's going to be a point where you just have to be together. And they're just going to have to accept it. So we've got the King of Swords reversed. They're not going to accept it. They don't want to accept it. And then we've got the Four of Cups reversed. They're going to put the tears on. They're going to be quite mean. We have the Death card reversed. They're going to try and delay it as much as possible. The King of Swords reversed is someone who's quite nasty with their words. So if you're hoping to be accepted by this person, or if your person's hoping to be accepted by this person, it's not going to happen anytime soon. The Four of Cups reversed is like they're just going to see the negative in it. So you're going to have to do what you want anyway. I remember years ago when I was in my 30s and I asked my mum for advice on something. I said, I want to do this thing. And she said, and then I said, but I don't think they're going to be happy with it. And she said, well, they're not going to be happy anyway. So you have to make yourself happy. You have to do it, because whether you don't do it, they're going to be upset. If you do it, they're going to be upset. So what you have to do the thing in your life that you want to do. You can't live your life making other people happy, because they've got their own things and interests in life to live anyway. You can't let people control you. We've got the Sun coming up in the end. We've got the Two of Wands making plans for the future. Then we've got the Five of Cups, which is coulda, shoulda, woulda. There is going to be a point where this person can put the past behind them, because there's going to be the point of where you're both just really happy. And at the end of the day, there's going to be a point where this person on the outside of this realizes that they were delaying this happiness. And they're going to have this feeling. I'm feeling this overwhelming sense of, I should have let them do this before. I should have let them be together before. I should have allowed it. Because, my goodness, this is true love. And they're both so happy together. And they're both so good for each other. And look at the I can't think of the word. Look at the love of life they have now. They're making plans. They want to be here. But it's short term, isn't it? It's the short term, oh my goodness, they're going to throw their toys out the pram and they're going to not be happy about it. And you can't get around that. It's like pulling the plaster off. It's going to hurt. Putting a waxing strip on, you've got to get it off again. It's going to hurt, but once the pain's gone, it's all right, isn't it? Until 6 weeks later, and you've got to do it again. Oh my goodness, they say it gets easier. It doesn't, never. You have to live your life for you and your person, and you're meant to be together. You've been introduced to each other for a reason, and it's important. And when we have somebody who we have a love connection with, it's worth something. But you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. brace yourself. Brace yourself for the wild ride. But the sun will come up and the plans will be made and the future is there for you to have. But you know that already. So I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection. So your angels take you anyway. Private readings always available. If you've made it to this point, put golden butterfly, the words, in the comments. Helps me with the algorithm, but it also tells me how many people have actually watched right to the end. I will see you soon. Welcome to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. Welcome to your Pick a Card tarot card read, and today we're looking at your situation with the person on your mind who you've got no contact with. I'm going to start by pulling some charms, zodiac signs and letters to give you extra connection to the reading, little signs from the universe that there's a message here for you today. So, what do we need to know about the no contact situation with the person on your mind? If you're not interested in the charms, just skip forward a little bit. We have S, S, E, E, N, W, P, and an X, or a kiss at the end of a message can be an actual X. We have a maple leaf or some green, a dove for peace sometimes indicates an apology, a tennis racket, a game of you have to bat it to and fro. A tennis racket and tennis reminds me of like messages when we're talking. It's a two-way conversation. We can't just hit all of our balls at them and never get anything back. We have a love padlock with a key, needle for sewing and needlework, and then we have a helicopter. Pisces, Taurus, Cancer, Aries, and Virgo. So let's do a connection spread between the both of you. The zodiac signs can be yours or theirs, sun, moon, or rising. So what do you need to know about the no contact with the person on your mind? What messages are here for you today? Ooh. The Emperor. Someone's very stubborn. Someone is very stubborn and passionate and bold, not scared, full of courage. I'm going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly for angels, offering us a circle of protection so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open mind. Open heart and an open mind. Down this side is you. Down this side is them. And then down the middle is the connecting energy. Okay. I'm going to talk through the spread and I'll tell you everything I'm picking up. So in the recent past, you've had the Magician reversed, which is interesting. They've had the Two of Wands reversed. And then in the middle of you both is the Ace of Cups. There was a point in the recent past where they could have fixed it. We've got the 2 doves there as well. There's 1 dove on the table. And it feels like with the Two of Wands reversed is them cancelling plans on you or having plans for the future with this person and suddenly feeling like, do we even want to do that anymore? Do they want to do that anymore? Them changing things. Them just like, I'm going to call it a gazumping of, and I don't even know if that's the proper term, it's not even the right context, but it's like having a future planned out and then suddenly they're like, no, I don't want any of that. No, I don't want any of that. And then you're left thinking, well, were they lying when they said they wanted that? Did they want it when they said they wanted that? And what has made them change their mind? Now, with you having the Magician reversed, is a lack of confidence. It's a lack of understanding, awareness, I think. But it's also you. It feels like your energy pulling back. And even though we've got the Ace of Cups in the middle, it's like they had an opportunity to fix this. They had the opportunity to explain this to you. And because they haven't, there's this feeling of, well, I'm taking all my manifestations back then. All of that stuff that I manifested about this person, and now that they've let me down, and now that they've changed the plans, and now they're doing this, I don't want any of them things anymore. So there's a feeling here of, for you, of, I don't even know if I want them. But then there's that Ace of Cups in the middle of you both of, in a recent past, where they could have given you an explanation to help you understand so that you knew where you stood with them. And because they haven't done that, it's like I'm sitting back and I'm like putting my hands up going, don't want it. I don't want to touch it. So you've got the Chariot reversed at the moment, which is a sense of restlessness. If this person comes in the next week, you're going to have a big argument with them, like, because I'm feeling this feeling of a volcano, of, they had the point, because we go through a track of emotions, don't we? They had the point where you felt disappointed, where they could have made it right, or they could have explained it, or they could have done something to make this better for you, helped you understand it, answered the questions that you had. And because they haven't, I'm feeling this bubbling of volcanoes. So you've now moved into this next phase of, I want to run away from them, but I also want to run towards them and smash their head into a wall. I'm not condoning violence, but it's that feeling of, what are they doing? This is not fair. And it's that feeling of running into battle with them. So if they come in the next week, my goodness, they better come with a shield, because you're going to let them have it. And it feels like you finally unlocking in you of all the things that you wanted to say to them, the home truths that you wanted to tell them. This is how you treated me, and this is how you made me feel, and these are all the things that I overlooked, and these are all the things that I let you get away with, and all the plans that we made, and all the things in the past that you've let me down on. And it really does feel like you've given it to them. You know, you're really telling them, how dare you do this to me? And part of it is to stand up for yourself. But another little part of it is to try and wake them up so that if they do want to fix it, they can fix it. Now, the problem is they're going to be coming in as the King of Coins reversed, which is somebody that listens, but they don't understand. They dismiss our feelings, they're insensitive, they focus on material things, they are quite superficial, they don't always have the money that they claim to have either. But they're not going to ground you in a way of giving you any answers. If anything, it feels like whatever argument is coming between the both of you, it's going to make you even more mad. It's just going to make you feel like, what am I doing? You know, because sometimes we walk away from an argument and we just feel like embarrassed. We're just like, why did I even waste my time on somebody who's not even listening to me, not understanding me, and willfully dismissing me? In the middle of you both at that point is the Five of Wands, which is the petty drama. And it's not petty for you. It's this building up of everything you've ever wanted to say to them that you never really dared say to them before, because you didn't want to cause a problem. And now they've caused this massive problem. And now you want to say it all, and you're going to say it all, and they're going to have to hear it. And they're not going to like hearing it, but they're still not going to get it. There's still something, a void there. And it feels like there's going to be a moment of recognition for you where the chemistry is gone. Like that, there's a lack of chemistry there because they're not fighting back, or they're just being dismissive. And it's like a smirk on their face, or taking a little bit of glee out of how hurt you are. And it's a moment for you where you just feel like, why am I wasting my time? So moving forward, they have the Empress reversed, which is they're going to want to reach out. they're going to realise that you don't love them anymore. You still, at the moment, you have this little bit of spark, this little bit of something that they could quite easily reignite. But because they're in this place that's hard to reach, in the near future, after this argument that you have with them, and when I say argument, it's more of a you unleashing everything you need to unleash, and them not really like acknowledging it, or they're listening but they're not hearing it, they're just dismissing it. And because it's not a two-way connection or chemistry, it's going to instantly make you feel that why. So in the near future, they're going to realize you don't love them anymore, you're not open to them anymore. They're going to, in the near future, they're going to try and reach out to you again to see, because they're going to be like, oh, when they've calmed down, oh, this person's really annoying, because they are going to be like, oh, it's not my fault they're upset. They're probably upset about something else and they're just taking it out on me, because this person is that dismissive. This person, in their own head, they can't do any wrong. They don't fully understand and they deliberately ignore stuff. So they're going to come back in again when they think they've given you enough time to calm down, when they think that, oh, whatever else is going on in your life at the moment, it's caused you to be so upset that you're just going to let them back in again. It's almost like saying, blaming it on your hormones, blaming it on PMT, blaming it on your boss, blaming it on you're just really stressed at the moment. And it's this absolute dismissal from them. And I just want to throttle them, and they don't get it. They just don't get it. They do not understand that you're mad at them because of what they've done. This person is kind of delusional in a way of, you're mad because of everything else that's going on in your life. Not to do with them. You'll calm down and be nice to them and forgive them and not even have anything to forgive. But when you're ready to be nice to them again, they're going to come back. But with the Empress reversed, there's no going back. You're like, no, absolutely not. No. Because at that point, in the middle of you both, you have the Seven of Coins reversed, which is an abandonment. And it's you abandoning, where they've abandoned you in the past and where they've not followed through on the plans that you both had. The Seven of Coins is an acknowledgement of all the time and effort that you've invested in this connection and walking away from it. It's cutting your losses and going. Right, well, let them have that. If they've still got any of your stuff, it's like, let them have that. I don't need it. Let them have all that time they had with me. I'm going to not waste any more of my time. In the near future, you have the Star, which is you're being guided in a better direction and being in control of your own happiness again. And there's a feeling there of, I'm never ever again going to allow this person to have this control over me, where I just lose my mind with wanting to tell them. But you need to, it's like this feeling of, I can't even say, don't unleash all the things you want to unleash. Unless it's violence, don't do violence, don't do murder. I'm not going to help you bury the body. Nothing like that. Please, thank you very much. But, there's this need for you to say the things that you need to say. And it feels like there is something in that. There's a value in that, because the way that they respond to it, you need to listen to that. That's the thing that you need to listen to. The way that they respond to it is going to be dismissive, and it's going to really put you in a place of, right, that's it, I'm done. Because if you don't say it and if you don't get a reaction from them, then you're still going to be caught in this, all these feelings churning, and it's their reaction that is the important thing. And the Star is you just healing. And I think your healing from this is going to be a lot quicker than what you think it's going to be, because the trauma of this person has been going on for a long time, and this disconnect from this person. You've been slowly being disconnected from this person for quite a long time as well. Even when you were both connected, your energy and your angels were trying to disconnect you from them. That's why when the magician reverse come out, it's like this instant where I don't want none of that then. I don't want none of that then. I don't want none of my manifestations to come true about this person anymore. I'm going to do you a Celtic cross. So once you get into your star, once you're being guided in the direction that you're meant to be in, once you get this sense of, I'm feeling a sense of relief, I'm feeling a sense of empowerment, I'm feeling a sense of, I should have said that to them ages ago. I should have seen it for what it is. I should have abandoned this, but you've already been abandoning it bit by bit. Because this person's control over you and influence over you has been breaking. So let's do you a Celtic cross. What do you need to know for you moving forward? Once you've truly abandoned this. Yeah, building a firm foundation for yourself, investing your time and your effort into things that you want. So with that 7 of Queens reversed in the middle of you both, you may feel that you're walking away from this with nothing. You're not. You're walking away with 4 Pentacles. You're walking away with your stability, your happiness, your investments, your future. And then we have the Empress. All about the question. You will find love. Things around you will start growing again because you're not going to have this pent up energy of feeling like you're not being heard and you daren't say what you need to say. The Empress doesn't chase anyone. Everything around her just naturally grows because she focuses on the good things in love, and she's full of love and compassion and caring and nurturing. So around you at that point, you have the Chariot, which is where you're at the moment. You taking control of your future. You going in a direction that you want to go in, and it's far away from this person as possible. But there's going to be a point where, sometimes when we're moving on from someone, we're like, I'm gonna get the best body and gonna make them jealous, and I'm gonna do this to make them jealous. No, there's not that kind of mentality. It's like, I should have run away from a long time ago because I've got so many things I want to be doing. And it's not to spite this person or to make them jealous or to prove anything to them. It's just right, I'm going to be living my life, and you're not really going to think about them. I do think there's going to be a point where you just don't really think about this person anymore. You'll have a sort of moment where you think, I don't even remember their name. Don't even think about them whatsoever. There's certain people that we connect with who every now and again we have a look up on social media. Trust me, I'm 40 over 45. Can't work my age out without getting a calculator out. That's how old I am, but I'm over 45. And I've been connected to various people, friends, family, past relationships. And there's certain people who every now and again have a little Facebook look at. You find a social media and you check in. You don't contact them, but you just check that they're alive and they're doing well and you're happy for them. And trust me, there are certain people that leave your life and you don't even think about wanting to check up on, have a little nosy about. You have no desire to know what is going on in their life. You don't even think of them. You just don't, because you're not interested. And this is this type of person. Once you're fully disconnected, once you've done what you need to do, you're not going to look back. You're not going to be using their energy as a driving force forward. No, you're just going to be like, okay, I'm free. I am free and I'm ready and I'm off and I'm going. And you're going to have absolutely no desire. There'd be a point where you just have no desire to check up on them or want to hear about them. And it's not, and again, it's not coming from a place of don't talk about them, I don't want to hear about them. It's I'm not interested. You don't even think about it, and your friends aren't even going to think about it. So we have that. The path that you're on is the Knight of Swords, is this energy. Having your eyes on a prize and going for it. You're unleashing yourself from this nonsensical person, and you're running forwards. You're like, yes, I'm ready. In a recent past, which is now, is a death card. Change, a transformation, a feeling of, right, here I am, claiming what is mine in this world, and a drastic change and a good, positive change. The opportunities to come is a hermit working on you and figuring out what you want to do for you. You may have a period of study or moving jobs or writing a book. If you want to write a book, write a book. It doesn't feel like sometimes when I pick up writing a book, it's a memoir or it's an autobiography. No, and it doesn't feel like a novel. It feels like a book that is non-fiction, or a self-help book, or a spiritual type of book, or something that you've observed in the world, and you want to share it. So that's interesting. If that is for you, take it. Maybe it's like a how to do certain things, projects of certain things, or it's a non-fiction something that has value, and people are going to pick it up and learn a lot from it because you have an insight into it, because you've observed it and you've experienced it, and and people are going to really take that as a mentorship. The people that are interested in that, whatever it is. So do that. When you're in your hermit, do that. And then you come out and publish it. And now, whether you're going to publish it in the form of a book or a website or a video or whatever it is, it's you publishing something that is of value to other people who can learn from your experience, whether it's whatever it is, this creative thing. And it's not a story, it's a non-fiction, it's fact. It's a factual thing. So the secret underlying question, the Seven of Swords, am I doing the right thing? Yes. The Seven of Swords is very much my pension pot for the future. We do today what our future self will thank us for. We don't want to put the money away today, but when we get to that pot of money in 10 years' time, my goodness, we're so glad it's there. Now, the Seven of Swords is about making manoeuvres behind the scene that is nobody else's business. It feels like working quite hard and diligently and crossing the I's and getting everything right and putting your eggs in your baskets for a later date. So whatever this published thing is that you want to do, there's going to be things that come from that. It's going to grow. And you're going to be like, I'm so glad that I've done that. And there's books, there's things that you've already written or ideas that you already have that's going to make up the most of the first bit of it. So anyway, you know what that's about. The Page of Pentacles, the beginning to a new financial journey for you. The building up your knowledge, the building your road to move forward, the building the structures that you need to build to make it happen, the networking that you need to make it happen for you. Because you will make it happen, the building of a community or whatever it is. Yeah, you're in that phase. The Page of Cups, all of your creative energy. Your creative energy with this one thing isn't just going to end there. It's going to, the more you feed it, because you've got all this pent up energy at the moment, if you put that in a creative outlet, the more you feed it, the more creativity you're going to have, the more imagination, the more documentation, the more whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be endless. And it's going to be quite easy to you, you know. There's some people that just, they don't have a creative brain. They can't visualize things, and they can't communicate things in a way that creative people do. Like, I could never write lyrics to a song. I can't, music, don't get it. Listen to it and connect to it, but I could never be a creative musician person. Anyway, the Two of Cups. So this is well into your future. Now, the Two of Cups, when it comes to love, it's love, romance. But this is a creative partnership, because it's also about commerce, e-commerce on the internet, having a publisher, having a producer, having an editor. Why are we going I don't know. But it is that partnership of, these are the skills that I naturally have, and these are the skills of the other person I need to get it into making money for you. And you will get it into, it's like trading. You will get it into maybe again, someone's going to be your manager or something. Whatever it is, you're going to have to come back and tell me, because this is just amazing. Like, just drop me an email, because my goodness, onwards and upwards for sure. And if you'd have stayed connected to this absolute moron, you wouldn't have the creative energy to do this thing that's in your life that's so perfect and wonderful. It's going to bring so many good things to you. You're going to have a lot of eyes on you in a very, very good way. And it's going to fill your soul. And it's your destiny. And it's what you're meant to be doing. So that's what I have. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so it aims to take you on your way. If you've made it to this point, write the words white dove in the comments. Then I know that someone somewhere has listened right to the end of the reading. Private readings are available, but genuinely, if this is your reading, take it and run for it. Welcome to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. Welcome to the Secret Purple Heart Gang. My goodness, it's been such a long time since I've done a pick a card reading. Like, I don't even know the last time I done one. So welcome. If you've clicked on this bit, you're either a part of the old OG Secret Purple Heart Gang, or you've clicked on it out of curiosity of what is that about. It's just where I have a little chat at the end. I used to put my little chats in at the beginning, but then people would get irrationally angry at my wittering nonsense and would just want me to get on with the readings, and I'll just skip forwards. You don't have to listen to it. So now I just tag it on to the end. So over the last 12 months, life's been different for me. Like, my home life has changed a bit and stuff, but I think it has for a lot of people now that we're post-pandemic. Like, my goodness, I started my channel in the March of 2019, and I got it up and running, and then we went into the pandemic, and then things just got really weird for a very long time. And I kind of feel that over the last year or 2 years, people's general energy is, that's a long time ago, the pandemics and the lockdowns and everything. So over the last 12 months, things in my life have been a bit different, but I'm now back into focusing on work, like, fully, and getting back into the swing of things, the new routines and everything. And if you don't already know, little Miss Nosy Rosie died. She passed away. My pretty little tuxedo cat. She was going to be 14 in June, and she just suddenly got quite poorly. Well, it wasn't quite sudden. Like, when I look back at our photos and videos of her, I think it was at Christmas she seemed fine, and then in January she was just slowing down. And like, normally through the winter, if you're an OG listener, you know, normally through the winter she just used to give me such a hard time because it was my fault we didn't have the summer anymore, because the summers she would spend it in the garden in her little dens, and she would rarely come in the house, and she would just be sunbathing and living her best life and hunting all night. Like, we've got a little private garden, and it backs onto other people's gardens, so it was really safe for her. And so autumn would come, and then she would spend all winter in a grump, and she would sit and glare at me, and she would make it my problem, and she would let me know that it wasn't fair and everything. And so this winter I was prepared for that, but it didn't happen. She just kind of, in my workspace here, she would put herself somewhere and just watch me. It wasn't a glare, and it wasn't her being mad or frustrated. She'd just sit and watch me, and then I'd go and give her cuddles. And this winter she had a totally different kind of winter. She wanted to be wherever anyone else was, and she just was really chilled and stuff. And then she just got sick, and then we took her to the vets, and it turned out that she was terminally ill, and there was a couple of things that they could have done, but it wouldn't have given her years. It would have given her weeks or months, and it wasn't worth putting her through all of that, because she'd never really left our house and our garden, and she was really timid and she was terrified of the vets. So we kind of, if they'd have said, we can do this operation and then she's got another 7 years of her life, or she's got another 2 years of her life, it would have been worth it. But the thing that she had, when I read about it when I got home and had very honest conversations with the vets, most cats, when they're diagnosed with it, they die within 10 days. Like 50% of cats, they die within 10 days. And then there's a very high percentage that once they have that certain operation, they pass away very quickly because it just comes back. There wasn't anything, it would just come back again. And so I decided not to put her through that. And then the beginning of April, she passed away. And it was just really sad. I miss her so much. I just miss her so much. And it's weird because when you're going through something, you don't realise how much it's taken over your life until afterwards. And a couple of weeks ago, I was just sat here and I just thought, my goodness, I'm not worried about her all the time anymore. And I think the last 3 months of her life, the only thing I can compare it to was when my children were babies, and every 4 hours, and you're literally awake all the time and you're trying to figure out what they need and providing everything for them and everything. And that's what Rosie's final weeks of her life was like. I was tuned into her and what did she need? What did she want me to do? What food did she want? She had this little routine where she'd come and find me, which meant that I had to follow her down and go to the garden with her because she didn't want to be in the garden by herself anymore. And I didn't realise how much it had consumed my every waking moment, which meant my work suffered, my time management suffered, other things in my life suffered. And I don't regret any of it. She deserved all of my time. Like, if I could have given her more, I would have. And I just miss her so much. And I was talking to my daughter today, like, over the last few months, there's been 2 cats that kept visiting our garden. There'd be one that would sit at the bottom of the garden and just look at the house. And then there was another cat that was sitting on our shed roof quite a lot and just watching our garden. And I was talking to my daughter today and I was like, have you seen them cats since Rosie passed away? Have you seen them cats in our garden? I was like, I haven't seen them and she hasn't seen them. So we kind of think that they knew that she was dying and they were coming to visit her. Because I'm like, it feels like as soon as her scent wasn't in the garden anymore, they didn't come anymore. So I think they knew because she was a fighter with other cats. She'd wallop them, whack them, scream at them, defend her garden, chase them off. And she still had that spirit in her. Like, in the last few weeks of her life, she went to chase a cat down the garden and she got exhausted very quickly. And then she looked at me as if, come on, sort this out. So I just walked down the garden and scared it off. But I think they knew because they weren't fighting with her, they were just watching her. And then there was our neighbour's fence. They've got this little yappy dog, and she used to sit away from the fence but look through the gaps. So that little dog would know that she was out there and it would start barking, and she would just sit there all smug staring at the fence, and it would start barking and it'd get told off, and it'd either have to go in or be told off to be quiet, and she'd just sit there quietly. In the last few weeks, like, I was down the bottom of the garden with her and the dog was up to the fence and it was just sniffing her through the fence. So I think all the animals around here knew that she was dying, and it's just really sad. And we had 2 on the Saturday before she passed away. She passed away on the Monday. On the Saturday before she passed away, I had an angel's feather, a little white feather, find me in the garden when I was having my coffee, and I just knew because I was having a coffee in a mug that has a saying on it that my nanny used to say when she was still here. So I knew that the angels were coming. And then the night that she really deteriorated, we went upstairs to get my daughter to come down, and she picked her jacket up off the floor and this white feather just floated. It was caught in the hood and it just floated. And I was just like, my goodness, Rosie's such a precious spirit, a precious soul. The angels are like, come on. Because this was the Sunday night. So they'd been here Saturday. They're like, come on. And she's like, no. She just wouldn't give up. She just wouldn't give up. I kept telling her, you just need to close your eyes. You just need to close your eyes. And she wouldn't. Of course she wouldn't. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to stop loving us. And I kind of feel now, I miss her so much, but there's also this sense of relief of she's all right again now, you know, she's not in discomfort. I don't think she was in particular pain. She was just an old lady. She like really slowed down. She couldn't walk very fast. She couldn't walk very far. And she just couldn't do very much. And I just think the last few weeks, she just wasn't herself at all. And there wasn't anything more that we could do, really. But I just think now she's free and happy and content. And she's already let us know that she's around the house. I'm not going to go into it, but she's already let us know pretty quickly. And I just have this over sense of love, and I adore her so much, but a sense of relief of, because she was such a stubborn little cat and she was such a little diva and she used to give me such a hard time. And like by now she'd have been disappeared into the garden for the summer, and then I wouldn't have barely seen her, and I used to have to go and visit her in the garden if I wanted any attention of her. And her having that independence, I just feel okay. She gave us 14 years of lots of love and everything. So anyway, I'm wittering on. It's just nice to be able to talk about it. But today, being able to do a pick a card read, and I think it's the first day where I've just thought, no, I am back in the swing of it. I've been busy working all morning, and I can really just focus on work again now and focus on the things that I need to focus on and be back into a good routine again. And that seems to have fallen into place, and not delaying readings for clients because I kept like running out of time. I'd be like, I will have it to you on that date, and then I was just having another couple of days because of stuff that was going on in the house with Rosie, and it was just really overwhelming. And I really cut down on the amount of readings that I had available for people. So if you are a regular client of mine and I've let you down over the last 6 months, I really do apologise for that, and I'm now back on track again. All my clients I've had for the last week, everyone's had their readings on time and everything. It's just life, doesn't it? Life just lifes. So let me know how you are. Let me know how long you've been subscribed to my channel and when you first found me, because that's interesting. And let me know about your pets and your animals that are part of your family, whether they're here or not. And any angel spirits, any angel experiences that you've had, or any like with the animals that were visiting Rosie that we just don't now see, and the next door's dog, last few weeks of life, he didn't bark at her anymore. He just didn't. He just sniffed through the fence at her. Have you had any experiences like that where you just look back and think, yeah, that's a bit spooky? Because I do think that she was being prepared, and the angel's like, come on, come on. I shot, no, I don't want to, not yet, not yet, not yet. So that's what I have for today, I think. I'm not promising making like pick a card readings every week, but when I feel like it, I will, and I have the energy now. So it all depends Now that I'm back working properly, it's now a case of juggling my diary, of making sure that my private clients get the energy they deserve to have from their booked readings, and making sure that I've got quality readings coming out as collective readings, because they're just as important. So it's like if my diary's overly full, I don't have the energy for pick a card readings, but I always have the energy to do a 10-minute or 15-minute collective reading. And I know they connect with the right people as well, because I read the comments and I'm like, okay, that's why I had to do that one today. Because most of the time I don't know what question I'm doing until I sit down and start filming. And it's like, okay, that's the question that we're doing. And these are the charms that are coming out. And I think with the charms, it really does make people go, okay, no, this is definitely for me. Because I read the comments of when people connect with the charms and I'm like, yeah, okay, that was definitely for you. And it's just nice to know the right people get the right readings at the right time, even if it's a collective reading and it's free. It's for them to have, and it's important. So I'm going to stop wittering. I'm going to get this edited together and uploaded, and I will see you soon.